welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, what do people first notice about you but won't ever say? In front of me I have 4 different options, each with a different image of a heart. This is group 1 that has the black heart. Group 2 has a red heart. Group 3 has an orange heart, and Group 4 has a blue heart. Choose the one that really calls out to you. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what do people first notice about you but won't ever say? Okay, group number 1. So we start off the energetic tone with Scorpio. So that tells me right away that you guys come across like, first of all, when somebody meets you, there's something about your overall look that really stands out from the crowd. Okay, it's striking. Okay, your features, your hair, your style, like all of it. I'm just seeing that it's unique and it stands out, okay? So people definitely, they're captivated by your overall presence, okay? It's just so different than, how a lot of other people look is what I'm seeing. So they're intrigued by you upon meeting you. Yeah, in fact, to elaborate further, style also came out. So yes, you guys are seen to be stylish, but even more so than that, it's your particular style that's intriguing. Okay, I feel like it's kind of rock star-ish. Okay, I'm getting that. I feel like you guys like to wear black or dark clothing. I feel like, you might have bling, studded belts, boots, just like your own look. Okay. And even if it's none of that, there's still something about you guys that looks very like edgy, alternative, okay? And that could be your hair and makeup. I feel like whatever you do, you go all out with it. So like if you're a blonde, like it's really blonde, okay? And you might even have volume to your hair. If it's dark, it's like really striking black or something, okay? So take what resonates with that. I'm just getting real striking features, hair, your style, okay? It all stands out. Okay, so the other way that you guys, what people notice but won't ever say, is that when you enter a room, it's like you are like just this like exciting energy, okay? It's like you're just like, woo, yeah, and you shake up the room and the energy. So whereas maybe people were being quiet or polite, it's like you're just like, okay, like, the party don't start till I walk in. That's like the feeling you guys have. And then people feel like they've come alive just by being in your presence is what I'm seeing. Okay, so going back though to your initial looks and stuff, it's like people also find you guys to be attractive, okay? So I feel like, yeah, you get like people crushing on you and just like really like wondering. I get the impression that they really wonder like, what is your life story? So you're also coming across as being like intriguing but kind of mysterious, because I don't feel like you just start revealing and talking about yourself right away. But you, like I said, look so like unique and different that people like, they want to know more about you is what I'm seeing. Yeah, and to go back off the edgy rock star look, you guys also come across like you are artistic. They think, well, kind of like somebody who looks like you, they've got to be, artistic and creative or do something that's different. And maybe you guys are in a band. I'm definitely getting, though, that look, But either way, so that is what people think, whether or not you're artistic or do anything creative, they definitely think that about you, is what I'm seeing there. Also, you guys, you come across as being like nonchalant cool, meaning like you're cool without even trying, I just see like this group like kicking back, putting like their feet up on a table or something or on a desk, just like real like, coming across like you're cool, calm, and collected. Whether or not you actually feel that way, well, that's how you come across. That's like your persona to the world, and that's how people view you. And I feel like you guys, even the pics that you post, they come across like you're just so self-assured and you're not worried about a thing, even if that's not true. Like that's what people think. Okay, I also see that people love your guys' laugh, okay? I feel like they just find like it's endearing. So this is interesting. I also feel like you guys have a resting bee face, okay? So very like a poker face. You don't really like show what you're feeling unless you choose to, okay? So you guys are hard to read is what I'm getting. Unless, of course, you choose to. Because I feel like when this group wants to be vocal or, you know, call something out, you can be blunt. Okay, I'm definitely getting that with the Scorpio vibes, an intense energy. But with the Queen of Air, though, you also have this way about you, though, that is very, like, going back to the cool, calm, collectedness and just... You definitely have this way about you though, where you have like that poker face and you're just kind of like, you listen, you hear people out, you listen to what they have to say. And if what they say doesn't resonate or make sense to you, it's like, you know, like the Queen of Air doesn't take anything from anyone, you know, and sees right through people, sees right through lies, and just doesn't deal with it, cuts it out of their life. I feel like that's you guys, okay? You're the type that would like kind of listen to somebody, you know, put your chin on your hand on a table and just kind of like listen and be like, yeah, oh really? That's interesting. While not even like, you know, just seeing right through that person in that conversation, okay? Yeah, that's interesting. So as far as them though, people realize the more they interact with you, oh, you know, this person, they're intelligent, you know, and like you're not a fool basically, you know. Okay, so the other thing that people notice but they won't ever say is that you guys also have this real like go-getter side to you, but you're also very playful. So I feel like, you know, you guys, you definitely can come across as being ambitious and like goal oriented. And it's like you're always doing, striving, or working on something, you know. But at the same time, I feel like you guys really do keep this light and playful. And like you just have fun with whatever you do. Like you guys make it a point to have fun, even if it's like work, you know. And I feel like, again, it goes back to that like, like you guys are like a breath of fresh air and just like a very lively energy typically that people, you know, they feel more alive around you. So like whether you're grocery shopping or at work, it doesn't matter. You guys make it feel fun and like some kind of adventure is what I'm seeing. Okay, so but you guys, you definitely have this interesting combination between the depth of a Scorpio as well as the mysteriousness and even being passionate, as well as the intelligence of the Queen of Air. So it's like you guys, you know, you're not one to mess with. Like you're a very intense energy, but at the same time, very like come across like, you know, calm and collective and cool and fun. Yeah. Okay, so with my hard to get card, the thing that comes to me about that is when it comes to love, you guys might be a little guarded, as well as when it comes to, you know, interactions with others. I feel like you guys, don't get me wrong, you do have a heart, but I do feel like that's like the one area though that you don't necessarily open up with is about yourself or like how you feel about. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, you are definitely like, you are the type that has to trust people to let them in. So I feel like, you know, you'll interact to a point with others and talk about everything but you, or what is going on with you in your life is what I'm seeing with that. Yeah, group number one. So all in all, like I was saying, I definitely see though a very, like you guys come across as this dynamic force. Okay, group number one, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Group number two. Okay, so what do people first notice about you but won't say? Okay, group number two. So we start off the energetic tone with Aries here. So people feel like when you guys walk into a room, okay, you are like this fiery, energetic energy, okay, that like shakes things up. Okay, and people are like, whoa, like they take notice instantly, okay? It's like you guys are the type that commands the presence of a room without even trying, okay? I feel like this is a very vocal group, okay? And yeah, you guys tend to speak your mind, often without even thinking, and it's just your fiery Aries-like nature. Whether you're an Aries or not, that's how you're coming across. Okay, so along with that, there is something about your guys' hair that's really standing out, and I feel like it's different, it's unique, and you know, people take notice, and I feel like, you know, it's okay. So for some of you, I'm getting that you do something that's kind of unconventional, okay? So, and people are like, man, I wish I was brave enough to do that, is what's coming across with the Aries and the hair card here. And then I'm also getting, though, that people, you know, they find it attractive. They find that, hey, it works for you. And it may not even be people's usual type of what they go for, but like, you guys pull this off so well, whatever it is, that they're like, yeah, like I like that. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. Group 2. You gotta let me know what that is in the comments. I'm curious. Okay, so you guys, okay, you also got the player card here. I'm not getting that you guys are actually a player. What comes, unless you are, but what is actually coming through with that is that, you know, you guys are seen to, like, people know that you guys are the type to get a lot of attention easily. Okay, so I'm getting like a real magnetic energy on top of you being attractive. And like, I feel like, you know, they just feel like, oh, you know, you could be talking to several people, you know? I mean, and hey, I mean, if you're single, you know? But it's kind of like, yeah, that's literally what's coming through, is that you guys can afford to be choosy because you get hit up a lot, or a lot of attention on whatever it is that you post, or, you know, just like a lot of messages in your DMs, whatever it is, that's what I'm seeing for that. And whether you do or you don't, like, that's how you guys come across, okay? Okay, so you guys, you come across like you are daring, okay? And it makes sense with this fiery, lively energy that you guys have, that you come across as being courageous in like what you say, what you do, okay? I also feel like this group is also a bit of a thrill seeker, okay? You like things that get your adrenaline going, okay? So you guys are the ones to like shout out an idea like, hey, let's go do this, let's go there, you know, that type of thing. Okay, so you guys also come across as being unpredictable. Okay, you guys are the friends that people don't want to put on speakerphone because they have no idea what's going to come out of your mouth, okay? Yeah, like, and it makes sense with Aries here. Like, you guys are just very blunt, very, you know, matter of fact, and just like, you know, you call things like you see it, and yeah. So yeah, you guys, you keep things exciting and interesting is what I'm getting. Like, people feel entertained in your presence. Like, you guys, hanging out with you is better than like watching a show, you know? Or it is like watching a show, really. Okay, so the other way that you guys come across is like you are very well put together, okay? So I feel like, you know, the way that you dress and the way your hair is, you just always look put together. So even if, whether you're dressing up or, you know, dressing casual, like, you look good is what I'm seeing with that. So classy individuals. Okay, so with justice here, what I'm getting with that is that you guys, you definitely come across like you have this fairness theme to you, okay? And I feel like you guys are really about, you know, kind of like being a voice for others, for a cause, for somebody that you consider to be an underdog and maybe who can't speak up for themselves type. I'm just getting like whatever means a lot to you guys, you are definitely vocal about it, and you definitely take a stand for what you believe in is what I'm getting with this. Yeah, you guys do not shy away from speaking your mind, especially when it comes to, like I said, like things that mean a lot to you. Yeah, I'm getting like lawyer vibes with this group, okay? So like you guys are also the type that would debate. You would debate things, you would debate, you know, whatever it is that you believe in, and you would have all this evidence to back it up and be like, no, look, this is why you're wrong type. And then you'd be like, because of blank, blank, and blank, you know? Yeah, so I feel like, you know, and you guys, you don't back down. You're like a powerhouse, you know? And whatever you do, you go all in with. So I feel like people, they just like, yeah. I'm actually getting people, okay, so people who feel a bit more insecure would feel intimidated by you guys, okay? Because I do feel like you're very opinionative and you are very vocal. And when you have those two together, it's like, woo, you know, watch out. Okay, so I'm getting kind of this is interesting. I feel like this was more you guys back in the day. I don't feel like this is your current energy, but I feel like back in the day, you guys might have had like different groups of friends that like, I'm getting like something like really, they were all so different from each other. And I feel like you guys might have came across like you were a different person with each group of friends, okay? So I don't feel like that's you guys now. I feel like you guys now have developed into the person that you really are, like, and that you are with mostly everybody. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, people can shift here and there depending on who they're around. But like overall though, like you guys have really stepped into your own, and now you own who you are, okay? And you own what you believe in, and you know, you have a voice of your own and your own style, way of being, and this and that. Like, I'm just getting like so much ownership that the mask almost doesn't like make sense for you guys. So the only thing that is really coming to me about that is I feel like back in the day, you might have been more of like a chameleon shapeshifter type person who, you know, depending on who they were with, kind of was like, oh, okay, so you guys are into that, well, so am I. And you might have somewhat been into it, but it's like you made sure they knew that, if that makes sense. And now I feel like you're the type that would be like kind of the opposite. Like you would be like, yeah, I don't like that. You know, I don't like that kind of music. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So it's more like anybody from the past might be like who are you? You know, kind of like that about you now. Like you were totally down for listening to this type of music. And I'm only using that as an example, but it could be about anything, you know. Or you used to wear this kind of clothes or do this or that, you know, and now you're like, well, this is me. So, yeah. Okay, so you guys are definitely seen to be brains and beauty. Okay, so people think, you know, not only are you an attractive person, but it's like you are very intelligent. So yeah, and that makes sense with the justice here. I'm just getting somebody who really knows their stuff. So like whatever it is that you do choose to be vocal about, it's like, you know what you're talking about, you know? And like, yeah, it's like wow to people. Okay, so going back to you guys being like a voice for others, I'm also getting that you guys are seen to be like earth angels to people, okay? So you might be intimidating to some, but like an earth angel to others, okay? Because I feel like you guys, you really get things done. Like when your mind is all about something, you go all in with it and you're like, no, you know what? We are gonna do whatever it takes to make a certain change happen. Okay, so you guys, you are really like an advocate for challenging the status quo and really like taking charge and making a change in whatever area that you're passionate about is what I'm seeing. And people notice that. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Group number 3, okay, so what do people notice about you but would never say? Okay, group number 3. We start off the energetic tone with Sagittarius, okay? So I'm seeing that you guys, you really come across like you are an upbeat, happy-go-lucky person who, you know, just, I'm getting like somebody who's witty, okay? And just like, I feel like you you have like a comedic spin on things that you say, okay? So you make any moment feel fun because you're like always kind of cracking jokes about things, you know? And you really lighten the mood, I feel, and get people like laughing. So it's kind of like you guys are like a gift to people, whether they consciously realize that or not, okay? But they do notice it. And yeah, and I'm just getting like somebody who's just like, I feel like you guys have like your own one-liners, you know? So yeah, that's a really fun energy to be around, honestly. And what's funny is I actually pulled my Sagittarius card along with that. So yeah, you know, like double confirmation, whether you are one or not, like that's how you're coming across. And I feel like you guys are the type, you know, who make moments, you know, hanging out with you just feel like an adventure, you know, because Sagittarius has that Voyager and travel and all that. But whether or not you guys travel, when people, what they notice about you though is you have this very adventurous like spirit. So it feels like people are on an adventure when hanging out with you because that's your energy. So that's awesome. Okay, so along with that, this is interesting. So I pulled my speaker card out as well as my words card. So that was like also double confirmation that you guys are not only like, you know, witty and funny, but you guys are good with the words, okay? So some of you might actually speak or communicate for a living, but either way, I feel like you guys, you know, you're really good at conversations with people, okay? So I feel like you instantly can connect with people, and it's just like you have this gift of gab, okay? Like you guys have a way with words, you are really good conversationalist, you can talk to anybody about anything and you connect with them, okay? So I honestly feel like that's an amazing gift to have because, you know, communicating, it can be challenging, especially if we're around people who, you know, we feel like we have nothing in common with. So yeah, that's amazing to see. Okay, so you guys, you also come across to people like you're a very passionate person, and it makes sense because, you know, Sagittarius is a very fiery, very lively energy. So I feel like you guys are the type that put your heart and soul into anything that you do, even conversations, okay? And I feel like that's why you're really good at it. So yeah, like they notice that about you. And along with the passion, okay, so like what is more attractive than seeing people do what they're passionate about, right? And I feel like that is why like people, like you don't even have to try and people fall for you or crush on you. So you guys, honestly, instantly, you have a lot of people crushing on you. And it's, I do feel like, whoops, you guys do come across as being attractive, but it's interesting though that more than like looks coming through though is how you are, like your vibe and your energy. So I feel like that just heightens the attractiveness. And like I said, like because you put your heart and soul into everything that you do and you're very passionate, it's like, you know, people, you got people crushing on you whether you ever realize it or not. And because, you know, this is what they won't say, I feel like you have a lot of people crushing that won't ever say it. Yeah. Okay, so along with that, you guys are also seem to be gentle, which I find interesting that that came through. Because on one hand, I feel like you're very fiery. You're very, you know, like passionate, but it's like you have a heart though, okay? You're not just like I feel like you guys are tough too, you know, on one hand. It's interesting that gentle came out. So if you're a guy, I feel like, yeah, you know, you can be tough on the outside, but like, you're a sweetheart on the inside type feeling is what's coming through. You guys are also coming across though as being very independent people, okay? So very independent, self-sufficient. I feel like you guys, you know, you come across like you're doing well for yourself money-wise. Whether you feel like you are or you're not, like that's what's coming through. And if you're not, I feel like you will be, okay? But either way, I feel like, you know, you guys definitely come across like you're whole and complete and content. Even if you're not with somebody currently. I feel like if you guys are single and you do want somebody, okay. But you know, you're not coming across though like you have to have somebody. And that's like, yeah, that's like awesome because, you know, it's kind of like when we feel like we have to have somebody, it can be needy vibes, you know, and that can repel people, but I feel like you guys are very like into whatever it is that you're into in life. And it's like you live like I said, passionately. So even if you want somebody though, you guys are, you're so coming across like you are independent and doing well in life. So that's awesome. Okay, so there is also something coming across for you guys with being kind of old school. So, you know, maybe it's, you know, in this generation of wanting to text and message people, you guys might prefer the phone, okay? I'm just getting something that's kind of old school, but you feel like is more authentic, and that also comes across. Or maybe, you know, instead of texting, you'd rather see people or something. You would actually rather hang out with people than look at your phone. Yeah, that's like what's kind of coming through here. Also with this letter here, I feel like, in going back to the words, that you guys also might have like this gift of writing. Okay, so this is kind of going off on a side note that came through, because I don't necessarily feel like people know that about you upon, you know, what they first notice, unless you just, you know, say it, because I do feel like this is a vocal group. But yeah, you know, it's just confirmation. If you were wondering about writing, that I see that that would be a great path for you, writing and speaking. Okay, but you also come across like as being like, I'm seeing like fiercely loyal people to those that mean the most to you, okay? And, you know, so family and friends and or whoever you're with, I feel like, you know, you guys, yeah, like there's this fierce loyalty about you. And actually what's interesting is that's the only time I actually get like fierce vibes from this group in particular, is like if you feel like anybody is messing with anybody that is in your close circle, that's when, you know, you're like, okay, yeah, you know, you're not putting up with that, is what I'm feeling. Okay, so yeah, I'm also getting the impression that people love to hear you speak. Okay, like I feel like they love your voice, they love the way that you talk. You guys, yeah, you guys are the type though that I feel like the way that you speak can be animated, and just like people, they want to be around that, okay? That's what I'm seeing. They love it, even if they never admit it to you. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Group number 4, okay, so what do people first notice about you but won't ever say? Okay, group number 4, so we start off the energetic tone for you guys with Cancer. Okay, so what that tells me is that when people first notice you, they instantly feel like you guys have like chill, laid back vibes, okay? Yeah, and I feel like it instantly puts other people at ease, okay? Which makes them feel like drawn to you guys because of that. Also, what I'm seeing is instantly what's coming through is that you guys have really captivating eyes, okay? And I feel like people, you know, they instantly crush on you and like feel like they could get lost in your eyes. Like even if it was like the first time meeting you is what I'm getting. Yeah, and they won't ever say that. Okay, also lips came out for you guys. So I feel like you guys have really like attractive lips, and people, you know, yeah, like, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, you guys actually had the most physical features fly out of every group. So yeah, and they also noticed that you guys tend to wear like form-fitted clothes, which, you know, just makes that physique like wow. Like people, you know, okay, so this group, if you catch people staring, this is why, okay? You have your chill, laid back vibes that puts people at ease, as well as like your physical features and your body is like wow to them, okay? Got people crushing. Okay, so Also seeing here that, oh, also we have your voice. People love listening to you speak, okay? They love your voice. Okay, so initially you guys first come across as being kind of quiet, but then I feel like, as soon as, you guys, I feel like you like to feel out a place and like observe those that you're meeting, okay? And then it's like once you feel like, okay, like this is what I'm doing right now, like then it's like you come alive and you start talking and being yourself. But at first it's kind of like, yeah, you're in observer mode, you're in your chill little zone and you're just kind of like seeing what's up, what's everyone like, and then you come alive. Okay, so then we also have, they think you guys are classy, okay? So it might be a certain, I feel like you guys have like kind of like your own like style, your own unique style, and it just like, it works for you guys and people find you to be classy. They like it. Okay, so even though, at first you guys initially come across as being chill and laid back, you also, though, have a fierce side to you, okay? And I feel like it's more your, I feel like this group has the potential to become like fiery and lively, okay? When they do talk. And that's more what the fierceness is about, okay? So, yeah, chill, laid back. But man, when you're into something, it's kind of more like passionate, even. But yeah, I feel like sometimes, you're the type that can get so passionate into what they're talking about. It can come across as being like loud, just real vocal. And sometimes you guys can get kind of opinionative. And, I feel like this group also comes across as being intelligent with the Page of Earth here. So it's like, your stuff, you know what I mean? And like, you'll debate with people, I'm seeing too. Okay, group 4, yeah. Like you feel like, well, like I'm right. So there's that, and you're intelligent enough to back it up. So it's like, you think, yeah, like what are they going to say? All right. So there's also a part of you guys that come across like a thrill seeker too. Okay. So chill, but you got this interesting, fiery, lively dynamic as well. And I feel like you guys like physical activities and things that get your adrenaline going. Okay, that's what I'm seeing with that. Okay, you guys also are seen to have good work ethic. Okay. I don't feel like people initially necessarily know that about you upon first meeting you, but like when you open up about it, like they realize, oh, like this person, they're a hard worker. They get the job done. They don't mess around, like, yeah, like you guys are goal crushers. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm actually getting the impression that some of you who picked this pile are actually married, okay? That's going to be for like probably a smaller portion of you. I feel like the majority of my viewers are single, but it is coming across though that some of you are in a relationship or married, okay, or engaged. So yeah, but either way, I feel like the 4 of fire represents that fiery, passionate side of you, okay? Yeah, that comes alive when they're in their element, in their zone, feeling like themselves. Okay, so you guys though, you do come across though that like okay, so your heart is kind of guarded. When it comes to love though, is also what's coming through here. So you guys, you might actually kind of be hard to get is what I'm seeing, or like you'll be interested one minute and then not the next is what I'm seeing there. And yeah, I feel like, it's kind of like, I feel like this group in particular is learning how to trust again in relationships and, becoming their fearless self that's not afraid to getting hurt is what I'm seeing with that. Because I do feel like, you guys do want love. It's just like, you're like, yeah, but I don't know if I want to let it out of the cage just yet. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. Either way, group number 4, you got people crushing on you and wanting a shot with you is what I'm seeing. Also, going back to the Cancer, you know, with the chill, laid back vibes, I'm also getting that you guys, you just like, you come across as being your own unique person. And I'm just getting like, people think you're just so, like, you're cool, you know, like just being you, I feel. Yeah. And I don't feel like they'll ever say it. Okay, group number 4, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys.